What if I told you one of NASCAR's greatest drivers is on the verge of becoming irrelevant? Not because he forgot how to win, but because his own team just made a move that screams panic. This isn't just a crew chief change. This might be the moment that decides Kyle Busch's entire future in NASCAR. And honestly, it's not looking good. On April 27th, Richard Childress and Richard Childress Racing dropped a bombshell. They're replacing the crew chief on the number 8 car out, Jim Pohlman, in Andy Street. And this change? It starts immediately with the next race at Texas Motor Speedway. Now on the surface, it sounds like a normal adjustment. But don't be fooled. This is not routine. This is desperation. Because the numbers, they are brutal. Through 10 races this season, RCR has just one top 10 finish. One for a team with a driver like Kyle Busch. That's not just bad. That's historic failure. In fact, this is the worst start for RCR since 1982, and back then, they were only running one car. Now they're a full organization and still can't compete. Let's talk about the real shock here. Kyle Busch, two-time champion, 63 career wins, and right now, he can't even sniff the front of the field. He's sitting 27th in points, winless in over 100 races, his last victory, June 2023. Since then, nothing, no playoffs, no consistency, no speed. This isn't just a slump anymore. This is a collapse. So why bring in Andy Street? Because RCR is out of options. Street isn't just some random replacement. He's been inside RCR for over 20 years. And more importantly, he's worked with Busch before. At the end of 2025, when he stepped in, Busch actually showed signs of life. Top 10 finishes. A top 5 real improvement. That's why this move feels like a last gamble. Not a rebuild, a gamble. And here's where it gets even bigger. This is a contract year for Kyle Busch. That means if this doesn't work, he could be gone. Former driver Kevin Harvick didn't sugarcoat it either. He said RCR simply doesn't have speed, and he's worried about how this ends. Even Denny Hamlin questioned Busch's future. Think about that. We're talking about a future Hall of Famer. And people are starting to ask, does anyone even want him anymore? And here's the truth. Nobody wants to say this isn't just a Kyle Busch problem. It's an RCR problem. Teammate Austin Dillon, also struggling. That tells you everything. The cars aren't fast, the setups aren't working, and no amount of driver talent can fix that alone. So now everything comes down to one moment. Texas Motor Speedway. New crew chief, same pressure. Same questions. Can Kyle Busch turn this around? Or is this the beginning of the end? Drop your opinion in the comments. Is Kyle Busch finished, or can this change actually save his career? And for more NASCAR drama, deep dives, and breaking stories, hit subscribe. Because this story, it's far from over.